It's good hearing you guys speak, because I think that, you know, we haven't spoken about this before. This is the first time that we're actually speaking and answering these questions. And I think from listening to you, I can see how I'm still growing and how I still even need to grow in this area, because I like the point that you said that it's actually twofold in the sense that he's a father and that we're his child. And I kind of feel like within my own journey that I have received him very well as a father and I recognise him as a father, but I think I'm still growing. Probably like still right at the beginning actually in relation to recognising myself as his child. So I recognise myself as his daughter, yes, but I think that there needs to be more of a heart connect there. Like the brain is working in that sense, but the heart connect and just sort of listening to what you're saying, because like you, I didn't experience a father because he passed away before I was born. And just again, listening to you guys speak, it kind of has hit me that there's still a greater depth that I can go in relation to actually being his child. I find that exciting. I love journeying with God and actually receiving from him. So I'm like, yes, there's more to this journey. So yes, I'm excited about that.
Can I just say, Jermaine raised an interesting point, because in the book of Ephesians, when we're talking on this subject, Paul uses 3 terms in one sentence, or a couple of sentences, and he says we were predestined, we were chosen, and we were adopted. And it's funny, so when you look at all 3 of those in context, to be predestined is outside of you, to be chosen is outside of you, and then to be adopted, which is the one that grabbed me the most. So I thought, why is he saying 3 things? The adoption one is setting a standard as far as, well, if you're adopting a child, who picks who? So if you're adopted, you didn't get to pick who your parents were, the parent chose you. So then if you link that to where Jesus says, you never chose me, I chose you. It's like, so you understand, we're not, with God as our Father, as children, one of the first responsibilities for us is to understand we're not here to perform for Him. And that's the problem we have with this. But we think He only loves me because I'm doing things for Him. No, that's not what He wants. He wants us to be a child, and He wants to be the dad. So actually, the responsibility is more on Him. If we just listen to that and understand that I didn't pick Him, He picked me. Then it takes a lot of pressure off me to try and perform for Him, and rather than allowing Him to, knowing that He loves me because I'm His child, and letting everything I do work from now. It's
like you're saying, it's like the love and the acceptance is actually unconditional, because that's who He is. So, and I think a lot of maybe us, because of maybe how we were brought up, etc., and maybe some of us coming from maybe a religious background, might think that it's all about work. And I think that with parents, sometimes we shouldn't feel this way, but we might feel that we have to earn our place in their heart, in the home and stuff. But with God, we don't have to do that.
Well, it's a perfect example. My son sat right there, right? So me, just one. With me as his dad. Now, I have an expectation for him, right? Now, if he doesn't live up to that, I won't be happy. But will he then be denied as my son? Of course not.
No.
Will I then not still love him? Of course I will. Will I cast him away? Of course not. Will I be actually unhappy with him not doing what I want him to do? Yeah, of course. And that's what we have to understand, that in the spiritual and the physical. I may not always please my father, but it doesn't mean he's gonna condemn me and leave me. Do you understand? So I can be happy in the fact that I'm not pleasing him and he ain't happy right now, but also safe in the fact that he ain't condemned me into outer darkness because of it. There's room for me to grow because he still loves me.
I think that's good, and I think that's a good example for Aaron, and at least Aaron has that example. But unfortunately, and it is, I think, quite unfortunate, not everyone has that. Where they do feel that they do disappoint their parents, and unfortunately there are some parents that do react in a not very nice way in relation to that disappointment, where the child actually feels that they have to earn that love. But I know that's not what you're saying, which is great. And I think it's good that you kind of have that reference and probably helps you to relate to God more because of what you've actually had in this earthly father that you have in that way. But I think, the points are really good points and good learning points as well.
But just to kind of piggyback off Martin, I mean, God hasn't really called us to be an adult of God. You know, He's called us to be a child of God. And, you know, when we're adults, we're independent and we don't depend on Him. But He's called us to be a child, and so when we're a child, we're dependent on our parents.
That point.
You know what I mean? We want our parents, you know, we want them to give us the gift, we want them to shower us, we want us to soothe us as well. So, you know, God has never called us to be an adult of God. you call us to be a child of God.
Imagine, I've never heard that before, an adult of God.
We could continue going on, right? Because it's funny, like, again, using Aaron as my physical child.
Yeah.
See, I'm God's child.
Yes.
So you see, God doesn't have any grandchildren.
No, he doesn't, does he?
So just a really quick story to add, and I'm sure the viewers will enjoy hearing this one.
Yeah.
When I first became a Christian, because I came from a very bad background and I was quite an aggressive, angry person, I remember we were coming to church, to this church one morning, and Dean was playing up, my youngest boy, and he was being really rude to his mum. So I told him quite...
There's no bad ones.
I told him quite sternly that if he wanted to act like a bad man, so to speak, then there'll be consequences with me.
Yes.
No sooner did that leave my mouth, I heard God say to me, and the same goes for you, Mr. Big Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that was the first time, and I don't mind saying this live on air kind of thing, that I actually apologised, turned to him and apologised to him.
Wow.
Because I thought that wasn't really the tone to take with him.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so God wasn't threatening me, he was reminding me that, okay, that's fine, but that's going to be the same with me and you.
Yes.
And I was like, right, now when you put it in that context, I want to unravel that. See what I'm saying? So I quickly put it right.
Backtrack.
Through gritted teeth, but I put it right. And, and I tried to learn from that going forward.